You ever feel like you're the only adult in your marriage? Because that's exactly how I feel right now. I've been married for almost 20 years. My husband and I both started our own small businesses back when flip phones were still a thing. Mine was steady. Never made us rich, but it paid the bills, kept the lights on, and put food on the table. His was a luxury service. You know, the kind of business that only does well when people have money to spare. And for a long time, things were fine. But over the last 5 years, everything started falling apart. When money got tight, people stopped paying for luxuries and his business started sinking fast. He tried everything to save it: loans, side gigs, even a couple of investments that turned into financial black holes. Each one dug us deeper into debt. Now, the business costs more to run than it makes. The writing's been on the wall for months, and he finally admitted what I already knew. It's over. And here's the thing. I get it. Losing something you've built for 20 years hurts. I've tried to be supportive. I've listened to him vent. I've encouraged therapy. He refuses. I've told him to take time to process, but the problem is, time doesn't pay the bills. Someone has to. And apparently that someone is supposed to be me. I've told him calmly that we can't afford for him to sit home all day. I can't cover everything with my income. Neither of us went to college, and starting over is scary. But the reality is he needs to get a job. He says I'm being insensitive, that I don't understand what it's like to lose a dream. No, I understand perfectly. I just don't have the luxury of collapsing while the bills pile up. The other day, my sister-in-law came over, his brother's wife, and I could tell from the moment she sat down it wasn't going to be good. She gave me that, I'm about to say something condescending smile and said, "You need to give him a break. You can't expect him to go back to having a boss after 20 years of working for himself." I said, "Then what's he supposed to do?" "We still have kids, a mortgage, bills." She tilted her head like I was a child who just didn't get it. "Maybe you could pick up a second job, just until he figures things out." I laughed. I actually laughed because I thought she was joking. I already run my business full-time. I'm the one doing housework, making dinner, getting the kids ready for school. And now I'm supposed to add another job to that list while he sits home, figuring things out? I said, "If my business failed, I'd have no choice but to get another job. That's what adults do. You adjust." She frowned. "You're being selfish. Marriage is about sacrifice." I said, "It sure is, but when did I become the only one sacrificing?" That's when my husband walked in, heard the end of our conversation, and said, "So I'm just a burden now?" I told him, like, "No, but you are acting like one." He didn't like that. He stormed out, called me heartless, and now the entire family's whispering that I'm unsupportive. His brother called me last night and said, "He's lost everything. The least you can do is show compassion." And I said, "I am showing compassion. I'm just not willing to bankrupt myself for it." So here I am, running a business, holding the family together, trying to be patient, and somehow I'm the villain because I don't want to take on another job while he refuses to get one. I'm exhausted, and I'm starting to wonder, is it really selfish to expect your partner to pull their weight? Because I don't think love should mean setting yourself on fire to keep someone else warm. So tell me, am I wrong here? Would you get a second job to give your partner time? Or would you draw the line like I did? Drop your thoughts below. I want to know how you'd handle this.